I'm Mark Zilis, author of 2 best-selling books about hostas and owner of QNZ Nursery in Rochelle, Illinois. I'm here today to tell you about Mark Zilis' Field Guide to Hostas, my newest book that every serious hosta gardener should own. In 2000, I published the Hosta Handbook, the most extensive book about hostas at the time that was small enough to carry in the garden. 9 years later, I wrote the Hostapedia, the definitive book about the plant that details more than 7,000 types of hostas. I originally intended Mark Zilis' Field Guide to Hostas to be a follow-up to the Hosta Handbook, but significant changes turned it into a whole new creation. In this book, you'll find an updated list of important hostas, an expanded problem-solving guide, advice on the trees and shrubs you want to shade your garden, and an extensive discussion about how hostas grow in the wild. Half of the hostas listed in the Hosta Handbook have been changed in the Field Guide to Hostas, and those that remain have been completely revised and updated. I included hostas that have been growing in Western gardens for over a century, those that have become classics in the last 30 years, important breeding plants, hostas with large sport families, and cutting-edge types that may not be as commonly grown but deserve recognition. I also quadrupled the size of the problem-solving guide, mapping out solutions to fend off virtually any problem a hosta gardener will face, including deer, slugs, and viruses. If you need advice on what plants to grow alongside hostas, this book will be your guide. I've rated over 100 types of trees, shrubs, and vines for their root compatibility with hostas and their ability to produce shade. I've also listed the flowering perennials, wildflowers, ground covers, and spring flowering bulbs that make strong companion plants to hostas. Over the last 23 years, I traveled to Japan 5 times to study hostas in their natural habitat, and I laid out my research in this book. This gives hosta collectors invaluable information about the conditions in which hostas grow best. I mapped out the hardiness zones of wild hostas, and I show how that relates to what we may encounter in our environments. The main focus of this book, though, is the detailed descriptions of hostas that every enthusiast should know. For each featured hosta, I list the origin, the mound size, leaf and flower descriptions, breeding potential, and general comments about the hosta. I finish with lists of similar types, significant sports, which are hostas that mutated from it, the sport family, which are hostas that mutated from the first generation of sports, and significant seedlings. Mark Zilis' Field Guide to Hostas has a different size and shape than the Hosta Handbook to accommodate the 1,200 photos I included, about 4 times the amount that I had in the Hosta Handbook. But don't worry, its lightweight and ring binding still make it convenient to carry in your garden. To order a copy of Mark Zilis' Field Guide to Hostas, go to my nursery's website, qnznursery.com, and click on the link for Field Guide to Hostas. Thanks for watching. Happy gardening.